What's up, Sloppyholics? What's up, Chase Squad? It's your girl Faith Chase, and welcome back to another vlog. Now this vlog, doing something different. This one I'm calling Storytime. Let me tell you how the story begins. As you notice behind me, there's a graveyard, aka cemetery to some of those who like to use other words. Nevertheless, it's where people go to rest, their final destination, so to speak, for the body. We're not talking about the soul, we're talking about the body. But the reason we're here, guys, for the story is because I want to share a story with you. I want to share something with you because it changed my life forever. See, what happened was, it all started, must have been about, I don't know, a few years ago. Let's just say a few years ago. We'll call it a few years ago.
Faith, a few is 3 or 4. I think you meant several years, you fool.
I met this beautiful girl. I mean, and she was so beautiful. I mean, damn, she was beautiful. I mean, she had just like, she had it going on. That's how beautiful she was, right? Her name was Rachel. So Rachel, if you're out there, yeah, I still think you're beautiful. Yeah, she used to do this dance where she used to spin around and she'd be twerking and hip moving. Anyways, that's besides the point. All I'm saying is, my girl was hot. And the reason she's part of this vlog is because she is why this story, she's the center of this story. She is what made me the person I am today in some aspects. Okay? And let me tell you what those aspects are. You see, what happened was, I actually loved this girl with all of my heart and all of my soul. I loved her so much, so I would do anything for her whatsoever, because she meant the world to me. She was my everything. She was my entire life, and I loved her so, so much. And I just, when I think about how much I loved her, it actually drives me crazy, because here's the problem. You see, when I love someone, I love them unconditionally, and I will do anything for them. So some of my other exes will probably know this, and hello exes. We're talking about one in particular right now though, because this is about her. But by the way, there is a graveyard behind me, and there is a cemetery behind me, graveyard cemetery, whichever you want to call it. So I am kind of looking out like this, you know, just in case you don't know what's going on. So I'm just being a little alert, you know, being a little alert. Anyways, I got some really good graveyard stories too, some really good ghost stories. We're gonna share those on another story time, but for this one, let me get to the point on this. So I used to be really normal. I used to actually never, ever, 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 ever want to go to a graveyard or to a cemetery. Like, you would not have been able to pay me $1 million to do anything like that. But see, Rachel is all like, hey, yo, let's go house hunting. She said, let's go house hunting. Now, me being me and loving this girl, like I said, unconditionally, this is why this is so important, is I would do anything for my baby, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, let's go house hunting. Now, she's very clever, because she knew if she said, let's go ghost hunting, I would have been like, hell no. Like, girl, mama ain't raised no fool. Like, you think I'm gonna go ghost hunting? Hell no. In case you didn't notice, I ain't going ghost hunting. Like, I'm black, I ain't stupid, you know. I'm not saying color should matter, but I ain't going to a ghost hunting tour thingy, graveyards, etc. So she was clever. She worded it and she called it house hunting, because I like to look at the architecture of old houses and things like that. So anyways, I don't know how she flipped it and got me all up in that stuff, but we ended up going, and it was really crazy because, yeah, I was like, all right, let's go. So we go out freaking house hunting. And dude, let me tell you, some of the things that I experienced and seen is just off the chain. Like, I'm gonna have to break it down in other episodes and the specific stories, because some of the stuff is it's just insane. It's just crazy. Like, you won't believe the things I've experienced. Anyways, now when I see a graveyard, I think about my ex Rachel, because she had my black going through graveyards, going through old abandoned houses, going through all kinds of crazy stuff, dude. And it wouldn't be that bad if, like, we just went and nothing happened, and then we just went home and made out and was like, baby, you know, thanks for supporting me in my house hunting endeavors. It was such a great time. Thank you. I love you so much. But no, we always had to come back home shaking, like nervous, like driving home awkwardly for like 40 minutes, an hour and a half. Sometimes we used to drive 2-3 hours away. So the whole ride back, we would just be awkward silence, like just like waiting for the other person to be like, did you see that? Was that real? Because that's how it was. Like, we experienced stuff that literally was just crazy, man. Like, so long story short, Rachel, I love you. Thank you very much. I was just thinking about you today because I passed by a freaking graveyard, and I'm starting this new thing called Storytime, where I tell a story from my past. Now this one, I didn't break it down all the way and tell you any of the really scary, crazy, ghost-like stories, including some that happened in a graveyard yet. I haven't done that yet because I'm waiting until the mood is just right. You know, dim those lights a little bit, you know what I mean? I can't do it right now. You guys won't be as afraid right now because it's like, you know, the sun's out. And personally, I wouldn't have come to the graveyard by myself if it was dark out and there wasn't, like, there's a car wash across the road. There's tons of people walking around. There's cars. I feel a little bit gangster right now. I feel a little bit safe. But in reality, you would not catch me here chilling by myself if I didn't know I had, like, safety in numbers. And you see me, I'm just still like this. I'm ready to run if I've got to run. I will run. Hey, you know, look, needless to say, I am, for this particular instance, I am going to refer to being black and say I am black, and I can run my butt off, especially if I need to. If I need to get out of somewhere quick, because I will have to. Anyways, guys, story time. Rachel is the reason why I go to places like this now. I'm not going alone. I'll come with a posse with guns and everything. No, but yeah, seriously, yeah, that's how it happens. So I was just, this story time, I was like, I'm starting this new story time thing. I want to promote it and let you guys know that story time is happening, and I've got some really cool stories coming up. But this one in particular was unplanned. I saw a graveyard and I was like, just boom, Rachel. So if you guys have exes like that, that remind you of things like that, like graveyards or freaking other spooky things, or if you have a graveyard story, why don't you guys write something in the comments, share your story with me, and I'll give you a shout out in the next vid if you want, alright? Sounds good to me. Don't forget to subscribe, like my videos. Guys, I love you guys so much, and make sure that you guys tune in, because I will be starting to do this story time thing, and I will be telling you some really scary stories. Yeah. So, anyways, bye for now.